Welcome back to 3rd Winchester. Another end of the turn update. This is the end of the 12 p.m. turn. You can see we've already moved the market to 1300, 1 p.m. So just giving you an overview of what's going on here from the AM charts. You can see here for this last turn, we had 3 AMs, Breckenridge's 3 AMs, Lee had 2 AMs, obviously modified. So those were not the final ones. And then from the union perspective, this is what they look like. We have all of Wright's division pretty much on the board now. Emery is coming on with his first one, Grover, and we'll get Dwight going here. Crook hopefully will be on here. And then Tobert will get the rest of his cavalry, Merritt and Averill, on board in a couple more turns. So you can see the victory points where we stand with it. It is now 19 losses for the Confederates to 8 for the Union, another 5 for the cavalry, Ramseur's brigade division being ineffective. So they're up to 24. Okay. So that's where we are. Let's come over to the map and you can see what that looks like. Kind of give you a wide view here. Sorry about that. Let's look at the wide view here. We can see coming on the board way over there by Winchester, or coming down the Berryville Pike, is Rhodes coming to reinforce over there to hold off any advance down there, main Union thrust. We also have to the north, we have Wharton's units with Breckenridge kind of circling up there to hold off against the Union cavalry. We will be having some more Confederate cavalry coming in there as well. And then, of course, our main battle is still pretty much on the Berryville Road and to the south of it, as the Union tries to flank and push beyond the woods and get into the open fields back there and get a little bit more breathing room for the units. So we've got a long stream still coming in. There's Grover coming in, and there's all the reinforcements for Grover. And then we've got, of course, over on the display maps, setup maps, we've got a lot more there as well. So let me get you onto the stand, and then we will talk about it a little bit more. Okay, back on the stand now, so I can point out key aspects of the battle and what has happened. Hopefully you watched my short video, not so short video, on the activation, one of the activations of Getty, give an understanding of what's going on up there. And let's start right in there. That's where a lot of the action has been occurring. We've had Atkinson here of Gordon's division really pushing hard through the southern end of the First Woods, helped by Terry's units now into the woods here as well, and York up here, the Alabamians to the north up there as well. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see it. There we go. Over there as well. And they have done a pretty good job of actually pushing back Bidwell and Chapman's cavalry of Wilson's division over here. Actually, Chapman's cavalry had a big problem with some pre-shock cohesion tests, lost some units and had to retreat, almost routed, but luckily not. So they've been pushed back. Luckily, we have Russell, who's actually right with Sheridan at the moment. His units have come up. We've got Edwards and Campbell up here as well. And then we've got Upton back here coming up the trail and trying to flank and get around to the flank of York over here. Hopefully Chapman can retire back up the trail and get with his other units and kind of hold the flank on this side as well. We also have some units of McIntosh here kind of mixed into the group here as well. So we're going to have to see how they sort out afterwards here. But some good Confederate counterattacks have really pushed Union troops back quite a bit. There was actually a Union loss of the 5th Vermont part of Warner's group up here. Warner up in here. There he is. He lost 5th, and yeah, that was all the losses for the Union on there as well. For this turn, he was only a 2-strength point unit, and he took a casualty from the artillery over here, which had a great turn, and then subsequently got shot by the 2nd and 33rd West Virginia, the remnants of the Stonewall Regiment, and the brigade over there as well. So that was a big thing, and you could see from the last one, Getty has had to abandon his forward lines here, although Wheaton has pushed forward here to attack the remnants of Ramseur's division under Goodwin and Pegram down here as well. Let's tip you down a little bit so you can see that. Here we go. Because you can see Ricketts has crossed the Abraham's Creek down here, right about here, with Kiefer, and then Emerson has crossed over here once Jackson was forced back by McIntosh's regiment, the 2nd Ohio, pushed them back. So they've been able to get over here and get a little breathing room, and they're going to push this way. Now that's going to be pretty significant, because if we look over here, that goes right into the Berryville Road. We also have down here a trail that goes right into Winchester here as well. They can control this intersection right here, and again, end run Ramseur's units right here on this trail to get around here. But you can see here's where Rhodes' troops are coming in to fill in the gap here as well. And they're actually dispatching one brigade to come down this trail here as well to set up a blocking position on there. But Emerson will probably swing this way to try to force the attack over here, because if they can knock out Goodwin and force him back, we'll only have cavalry right here. Wickham's cavalry, which for the moment is doing okay. They tried the cavalry charge, as we saw before, and that failed miserably. They've kind of held out, but now Mumford's got one of his regiments back, and of course he's got still the fresh 4th Virginia cavalry here as well. So Early has taken up position on the Berryville Pike, should be able to keep all his units, because he has Rhodes as direct command and Ramseur as direct command, as well as he can feed into Lee over here. Now Breckinridge is, of course, way up there with Wharton at the moment, so I'm not sure how we're going to get him into command with everything over there a little bit later. One other thing, while we're moving on to the Confederate side here, we've got Lomax, remnants of Lomax's first, our 3rd Cavalry has retreated around the woods up here, South Woods, and then taken position back here. They're pretty much wrecked. They're combat ineffective. They'll take up position in the trenches over here. While he, or is he? Here he is, Lomax. He will get commands over here, but then he has, starting this term, we're going to be getting fresh cavalry units coming from the north. So he's got to zoom up there and try to get them in command as well to keep them going. And then, of course, you can see the stream of Rhodes units coming in over there. So back at the Union side, I've kind of explained a little bit of strategy here for the south. Now let's talk about the northern side of the field. And we can see up here we've got Emory has come off the Berryville Pike, going up these side roads, which are unnamed here. Heading up these side roads, he has been dispatched by Sheridan to head up this way, try to knife in behind Gordon to hopefully give him some pause and pull back on there, as well as potentially divide units. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing to. divide the units up here, divide Wharton from the rest of the units over here, and force them back, kind of get behind them. Hopefully that's going to free Gordon to retreat and also give some pause to Wharton up here, who's now deployed to meet the cavalry to help relieve the cavalry. So we're going to have all of Emery's corps move up into here, and that'll just be Crook's corps as the final set of reinforcements. The hope with him is that by the time he gets in, we still got a long traffic jam, as I showed you before. He'll be coming in next after this next batch does get up the road a bit. But I think we'll have him come in here, and he will hopefully kind of do the coup d'etat by coming in here, of course, and coming down south along the Greenwood Road. All right, why is that important? Because I think this is going to be the last open area that the Confederates can't hold. Greenwood Road comes to this intersection of Sensory Road, which I've shown before. And if you notice, Sensory Road, as we follow it along, goes all the way into Winchester. Now, if Crook can get down into here, I think he will have a good shot at getting across and getting behind into the southern side of Winchester, picking up or taking away, I should say, the Valley Pike victory condition for the Confederates, as well as providing yet a third enveloping set of units, corps coming up on them. And that will definitely break them out of there and force them back into Winchester, and maybe even, bag them all. But it remains to be seen. The Confederates have been pretty stingy here with counterattacks, and they've been pretty good at knocking them back. Although they have taken some losses. So Gordon, although he's in a good position, he does have some disrupted units. He has taken some strength losses, and it is going to be interesting to see how it goes, because the Confederates don't have endless resources. Union kind of does, with having 3 full corps that'll come on, plus a cavalry corps on there as well. So essentially 4 corps to work against basically 2 smaller corps and a cavalry corps on here as well. So it could be interesting towards the end. But like I said, we're up to the 1 p.m. turn. So that means we've got 2, 4, 6 more turns. We're well past the halfway mark at this point, but the Union is still kind of bottled up here. So the Union is going to have to get pushing, and Sheridan is the man to do it for them. On the Confederate side, they just need to keep bottling them up and keeping the victory hexes in their possession. So that's all for the end of the 12 p.m. turn. We'll move on to the 1 p.m. turn and go from there. So thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe, like, comment. Always enjoy them. Thanks for watching.